Yo, what's up guys? It's Bros here, and today we're going to be talking about a brand new tournament that I'm proud to announce on behalf of the Rocket Racing Dynasty, and the tournament's going to be called the Rocket Racing Open. And without further ado, let's talk about the format of this event here. So we're going to be going over pretty much everything in the 2.2 section here, as it pertains to how the tournament's going to be ran and what to expect from it. So yeah, let's lock in. Let's start off here at 2.2.1. This is going to be a free-for-all tournament. So you're just playing for yourself. You're not playing for a teammate or anything. And we're going to have a player cap of 128 people. The sign-ups are going to end on December 6th, 2024, at what I believe is going to be 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. That might get changed to 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. If there is going to be a change made to any information about that or any part of this rule set at all, there will be an announcement in the Discord server, which you can find in the description below for this video. So yeah, signups will close December 6th, 2024, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, as we have right now. We just don't have it in here for some reason, but okay, whatever. That's the main idea. When we get to the actual tournament day, that's going to be December 7th at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And we will begin on doing 5 pre-selected speedrun mode maps. Now, these maps are going to be announced ahead of time. They're going to be announced on December 2nd or after the Chapter 6 update goes live, which should be update 33.00. So we wanted to have some track variety, so what we did is we separated all of the tracks into 5 different track pools. As you can see here, track pool 1, this is going to be the like the novice tracks, the beginner tracks. Now I'm not sure why, but Dust Up 1 is not here. It should be in here, but it's not. So just imagine that Dust Up 1 is in track pool 1. It's just not here right now for some reason, but it will be. However, you also see Curvy Canyon here in bold. All the bolded tracks have an issue with barrier break, because not only do the tracks have barriers, but there is like a bunch of checkpoint bugs and whatnot. So we don't want to deal with that in our tournament. So any track that you see bold here, which should be Curvy Canyon 2, and then in track pool 4 we see Outpost, Windy Way, Pleasant Pit Stop, Anaconda, and Tilted Turnpike. All of those maps are bolded because they have barrier break, they have poor checkpoint placement, so we don't want to deal with that in our tournament. So yeah, this is track pool 1 though. This is going to be the novice tracks. Oh yeah, one last thing here to say. So if we get a track like Airborne 1, or really any of these tracks here, the sequel version for the track, which is in track pool 2, that track will not be available for selection. This is so that visually we just have a lot more different tracks here. It would be weird to have both Dust Up and Dust Up 2, for example. So that's why we have it like that. There's also track pool 5 here. We'll get to that in a second, but yeah. Anyway, that's the idea of it, is to make sure that we have more track pool variety. So yep, track pool 1 is going to be the novice tracks. Track pool 2 will be the sequel tracks. Track pool 3 is going to be the DLC tracks from both Neon Rush and from the In Inferno Island DLC. And these are just going to be all of the novice and advanced tracks from those. Any of the expert tracks from those DLCs are going to be in track pool 4. So that's your Basalt Burrow, Buddy Beach, Mine Mayhem, Conduit, Delirium. We also have Sidewinder, Riviera, and Olympus in here. So a smaller track pool here, but these are going to be all the expert maps, so we're just going to have one of those. And then track pool 5 are the special speedrun maps. So that's your Arrow, your Pleasant Detour, Tilted Turns. That's what we have here. And similar here with the map selection rules. If a track is selected from the pool, but if there's a similar track, so that applies to these as well. So Arrow is Airborne, Detour is Pit Stop, Anaconda Bites, just, well, Anaconda, but Anaconda has its own problems right now, so yeah, kind of weird that Anaconda Bite has more checkpoints than Anaconda, but that's a whole different discussion to have that I've already gone through. Anyways, that's the track pools, and we're going to find out what our tracks are going to be on December 2nd. So between December 2nd and December 7th, that's about 5 days to practice. Again, we don't want to do it too early, and then there's a big update that just breaks a bunch of maps, so that's how we're going to play it safe there. Now, as we get to the qualifying round process, the match that you will be playing in will be determined by your region. So, you know, starts of tournaments, usually it takes a while for people to get on. There's always issues at the start. The best thing that we can do as organizers is make sure that the people that are playing with each other in the starting round are all in the same region, just so it's a little less laggy for one. Two, we're going to be doing speed runs, so skill isn't going to matter as much as connection in these, so you want to be playing on your native region. And while you're just going to be in your native region for that track and only playing in a lobby with those people, in reality, you're playing against everyone in the tournament at the exact same time. So after we play each of the 5 speedrun tracks, we're going to take everyone's average position from each of the track, and we're going to take the top 32 players and put them in the quarterfinals. Now, not only are we going to take the top 32 players, we're also going to seed those players as well, based off of their average finish and their overall placement. The advantage of being a higher seed will be talked about in this next bracket here, the quarterfinals. So yeah, let's get into that right now. Oh yeah, one last thing I should go over, the speedrun section. If there is any ties with average position, and the ties do affect either seeding or whoever advances or whatnot, then a single one-shot race will be done. It's just one attempt on a randomized track speedrun. We'll probably use the same randomized map if there's multiple ties, so just something to keep in mind there. It will be a map that had not been previously picked, so that is what you can guarantee. Okay, yeah, I think that should be everything with the qualifiers, so let's talk about quarterfinals now. The quarterfinals, the way that the lobby is seeded here, this is going to be based off of your finishing position of the previous round. So if you're the number 1 seed, you would be in lobby number 1. If you were 2 seed, you'd be in lobby 2. 3 seed and 3, 4 seed and 4. Then it snakes around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, 16. You guys get the idea. That's how we're going to be doing the seeding. So yeah, quarterfinals, the actual how we're going to play in the quarterfinals is we're going to be playing on 3-lap competitive maps, and every single person in the lobby is going to be picking a map, as well as the region that map will be played on. Since this is going to be more of an international round where people are going to be all around the world, it's only fair to pick your track on your own home region. Now, the order that we pick the tracks in is going to be in reverse order of the seeding that you have. So the 32 seed would pick first, and the 25, and it would go in ascending order. The reason it's like that is because, let's say you're seed number 1 and you're going to pick day drifting, but then a guy ahead of you is also wanting to pick day drifting. So they pick your track for you. You pretty much get 2 track picks in 1 round. Because another thing that we have is that once you pick a map in that order, or like in that round, so whatever track you pick in the quarterfinals, you cannot pick that track again in semifinals or in finals. Now, other people can pick your track in later rounds, but you can't pick the track that you picked in previous rounds. Hopefully that's not too confusing. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying there. So yeah, that will be quarterfinals, and then after we have the top 4 players from each of those lobbies, we'll be down to 16 players, and we will end day 1. Now, day 2, we will reseed all of the people who finished in each lobby. So let's say these 3 are the people that managed to move on from lobby 1, 2, 3, and 4. We will then move into the snake order here. So semifinals will have 1, and then 2, and then 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 24, 28, 21. This is all a hypothetical, but that's basically the seeding pattern that we're going to be using in the semifinals. Hopefully that's not too confusing. So yeah, the two semifinals will also be played not at the same time. So lobby one will be played first, and then lobby two will be played afterwards. That way, that should maximize viewership. It should make it so it's not difficult to follow two semifinals matches going on at the same time. And then yeah, that's how semifinals is gonna go. We're gonna take the top four players from each of those lobbies, put them in finals. Same thing. Everyone is going to have one track pick. They have to be careful with their track pick though, because they cannot pick a track that they have previously picked, because they only have that one track pick one time. Okay. Finally, I think we can talk about what will happen after the finals. Um, So when okay, I think that should be an attachment C. Yes. So attachment C here, all the way at the bottom here, this is how the prize pool is going to be distributed. Everyone here, if you make finals, you'll be entitled to some portion of the prize pool. Um, as for what the prize pool is right now, I myself am going to be donating $100 into this prize pool. There will likely be other donors as well, though. So the prize pool is going to still be growing at this time, so I can't tell you exactly how much is going to be in there at the moment. Now, let's go back here for scoring, tiebreakers here. I think that's everything. Alright, yeah, I think that should be everything here. If you want to look over the scoring and the tiebreakers here, you could pause the video or just open up the document yourself. But yeah, hopefully you guys have a good idea of what kind of tournament this is going to be. This is something that, again, we've been cooking up for a very long time. I want to thank all of the admin and in the Rocket Racing Dynasty Discord server. I want to thank Zarza for all of the work he's done with the trailer and a bunch of other stuff behind the scenes that will never probably see the light of day, but it deserves to be shouted out because that's what's putting this together. It's a bunch of work from a bunch of people. It's not just any one person doing all of this. So yeah, with all of that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Check out the Rocket Racing Dynasty YouTube channel. I have them linked in the description below. And take care.